Oh boy, I can tell I'm losing my mind because sitting at McDonald's, I heard somebody say, I can tell she's on heroin. The ambulance took her away. And so that tells me heroin's in this area. And there's another character that has sat by me numerous times thinking I look like somebody who he could probably sell drugs to, which, well, I would disagree, except for a person to see me in the same outfit all the time. That would be their clue. And I had told him that I've smoked marijuana, so that would be his reason for wanting to talk to me. But his point of that is that clearly I could spend a good amount of time discussing things, how to get this heroin, how to use it, because I haven't ever and never thought I would get that low, but it's clearly the way to die that's available. Nobody on YouTube is going to tell me this drug that a person can take by prescription, and I wouldn't be able to get that. So that's what I mean. I'm losing my mind because my great friend doesn't respond to me. And I have his priceless family photographs and other things I wish to get returned to him. He's in New York City. I'm in Florida. And it's every day to be homeless is a terrible, terrible struggle to try to stay clean, to go into, whether it's McDonald's or Winn-Dixie, they're both freezing. So I wear the sweater and then I have to go shortless outside because it's so hot outside and freezing inside. It's just a torturous existence that I have. Now, if only a miracle person would see this and write me to help, because I can pay $500 a month for a room. But getting rooms is a tricky business, if you haven't heard. Oh boy, is it ever. And I could probably pay up to $600 a month, but then getting in, the sort of people that'll take me in with just the first month's rent are, so far they've all been, again, with clear, nefarious intentions that I can't deal with. Like when I went into the last place and the elderly men wanted to walk around nude. It's just very depressing to be disrespected that way. And then when he went into the bathroom I was in, nude, I was in the bathroom with the door closed, and he pretended he didn't know. I felt like, oh God. It's just an awful thing. I can totally imagine how a prostitute feels. God, at least he didn't touch me, but I think, is he going to try? So that's a terrible scenario to be in. And there's more to that story if I make another video, but primarily I'm begging anybody that might have a sense of decency, if you can hear mine in my voice, I can speak properly, and I could do many things on the internet if I was in a room. Like, here's what I can offer, and I don't want to sell my story or give it away to somebody like that will make the money and maybe give me some of it. My father's story is great to put, not just me talking, but the photographs and newspaper articles and proof of it and videos. That's what I have in storage. Priceless photographs of my own and my dear friend that's ignoring me because of money loss and New York City has a way of just chewing people up. It's what I perceive they're doing to my friend, and then they'll spit him out. And if only I can be in a place to help him get back into school. He was pursuing a degree in psychology, which, that's another story. But my dad, he spent 4 years in the Navy and then became a real race car driver. I say it in jest, like Ricky Bobby, but actually, when I watched that movie, Talladega Nights, to me that depicts that whole NASCAR crowd quite accurately. My dad was not as naturally funny as Ricky Bobby, who, if you don't know, was played by Will Ferrell in that movie that was quite clever. I suspect, I gotta watch how far I go off on these. So I'm begging anybody to please write a message and tell me, how can I earn some extra money on YouTube directly? What can I do? Because otherwise I'm just wanting to die. I got some other videos, and I just try to survive out here. See, there's my McDonald's cup and this bench that I've been warned about laying on. And there's this place that I get eaten up by mosquitoes to try to sleep, and then I'm lucky that this particular McDonald's allows me to come in often at 5 a.m. And I'm so worried about the freezing cold weather. It's hot and sweaty, or it's freezing cold everywhere I go. And I can't, so the point is I can't think very well to figure this out, because I'm sure a lot of people figure out or think, well, damn it, just read on the internet until you figure it out. And I'm losing my mind. Without being able to talk to my dear friend, I have no worthwhile activities throughout any day or night. And my mother is also not speaking to me. She's embarrassed because of her son that killed himself from another father. That's another story. Her life and his life. His father's life. His grandfather worked for the FBI, and they were in Tampa. And really good people, and then had all sorts of trouble with this son that married my mother. And they had a son who was terribly influenced by the hip-hop and rap culture, is largely what I blame the crowd that's into those sounds, which are tribal beats with chantings. They're not music. And, well, so I'm begging anybody to please message me and get to know me and help me figure out how can I make some extra money so that I can get me and my priceless things into a room. The rooms come and go, and in the meantime I'm just suffering to where I can't think clearly. I had this fattening big breakfast at McDonald's. I could barely move. I'm so full of bread and sugar and that sausage. So, because I have to buy things when I'm in these places, and that's where I charge the phone. Oh, isn't this a sad story? Boo-hoo. Well, that's what this town has. The Ayn Rand, oops, I can't say it. Her crowd, that they believe you're either a loser or you're a winner. They love winners, and they hate losers. They really do. Here with my voice trying to be comedic. But it's true. I can't even say it mean enough how much they hate losers. They like people that give them money or technical labor. I can function on the internet to be purposeful, and I'll try making videos to put on here. And my dreams, I don't have any, everything's just sad, makes me think it's time to die. Like, I had this most unusual dream where I was flying through the sky. I've done that in a lot of dreams. I know there's a thing about that. And looking for my friend, and it's like this dimly lit area on the planet where it's all just surfaces, no trees, no nothing around it. Out in the middle of these like whitish panels on the ground was my friend, almost like out on the ocean or something. But everything was calm and plain, and I finally zoomed in to get to talk to him. And it was really, really great. And to be there and see him. And then I had to wake up. I've had similar dreams of being that close to my father. And then I would be right there, and he's in the mood to talk. But then before I could think of what to ask him, I wake up. Oh, boy. And if I had a gun, I believe I'd shoot myself. Elvis's grandson shot himself. Why should I go on living? Goodness gracious. Isn't it? That's a story in itself that apparently people made him feel like he should do what even Elvis couldn't do. People telling him he looks like Elvis. It doesn't seem like that would feel too good. Do I gotta talk like this? Thank you very much. I wonder if that poor fella was doing that. Well, okay. Please contact me. I'm sorry to take this 11:28. God.